you guys. So let's find a page to color. I've done a lot of them in this book already. Wow, okay, I've really done a lot. Let's see. Okay, this one looks good. I might not finish this whole thing during this video, but I'll do this one. I don't have anything planned specifically for this video. It's just gonna be me rambling and coloring. So really, if you don't want to watch and you just want to listen, that will work out perfectly fine. So, one of the big reasons why I haven't posted any videos in a while is because I've been dealing with burnout, and it's starting to get a lot better. I'm happy to report. But I mentioned this in some other color and chat videos that my job was getting to be pretty, I didn't want to be there anymore. And things got worse and worse, and it just got to be, it caused me to burn out, basically. And I left that job a couple months ago, and have been focusing on recovering and figuring out what is next for me. And that was definitely the right decision, because once I left, I really fully realized how much it was affecting me and how bad it was. And so, yeah, this has been it's been an interesting couple of months, and I'm still kind of processing and healing, but I am feeling so much better, and I share that with you all by way of explaining my absence a little bit, because I do feel like it's been a while and I've been missing making videos. And another reason why I haven't been posting videos is there has been so much construction happening outside of my house the last couple months, and that has made it very difficult to record even when I do want to. They tore down the house next door to us, and they are building something new there. I think they're gonna be building some townhomes on that lot. So it's a pretty big project, and it has really been evolving over the last couple months, like what we know about what's happening over there. Because first, so that house had been vacant for over a year. And then one day, the fire department showed up, and we thought there must be a gas leak or something. But because they showed up and they cut a big hole in the roof, but then they left, and another fire truck pulled up, and they started chopping holes in the roof. And it was probably 2 or 3 days of, it seemed like every fire truck in the area showed up, and what they were doing was they were training, and they were using that house for training purposes before it got demolished. And then they demoed the house, and that was a shame because it was a really pretty house, and it definitely made it a lot louder around here. And then they were like they had to do some soil remediation. I guess that's why they did this. They basically dug a gigantic pit on the lot, and they said that it was because the oil tank on the property had been leaking, which is true. We know that that was true, but anyway, they dug a big pit over there, and then they flattened it all down, and while they were doing that, they dug right up against our fence line. So right on the other side of our fence is this huge pit, and we have a big, gigantic pine tree right on the property line there. And when they were digging, I was like, I feel like there's a good chance they had damaged that tree. So when they finished for the day, I went over there, and unfortunately, they did damage the tree. You could see where they cut all the roots on that side very close to the trunk, and they moved all of the soil away on that side. And we decided to have an arborist to come look at the tree and assess the damage and the risk. And we looked up where our property line was to be sure, and realized the tree's fully on our property. So anyway, an arborist came and looked at the tree, and his assessment was that the tree needs to be removed because it's not going to survive very well with that amount of damage, and it poses a significant fall risk. And if it fell, it would probably fall onto it would probably hit somebody's car or hit a person walking by, or possibly onto that property that they're developing. So we reached out to the developer last week and sent the report and asked if they will pay to remove the tree or remove it themselves. And I'm waiting to hear back now. I hope that they will, since they caused this. And it's a shame deserve it, and it's definitely going to change. So, that lot that they're developing had a lot of big trees that created a lot of shade in our backyard. And since they removed all of those trees, our backyard has like totally changed and it's like full sun now. And our other trees are stressed out because they've spent years living in the shade. So we have a couple trees I'm trying to pay extra attention to help them transition. Just trying to water them more. So anyway, this has been a real saga with the development next door and the tree stuff. And they're loud. That work is really loud. So I haven't been able to film when I would like to. And there was a lot of other like utility work happening on the other side of our house for a while, so it's been a loud few months around here. But today is quiet and I'm taking advantage of it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately. Calming YouTube videos, just for like ambient noise. And to help relax with everything that's going on. And I wanted to share a couple of channels that I like. I'll try to put them in the description of the video too, in case you want to check them out. But one channel I really love is Chit with Granny Pat. It's this Granny Pat is her name, and she has a channel where she tells stories like about her life, or sometimes like about our family history. And she's also very into antiques, and she has a big collection, and she likes to make videos showing you those. And she also makes videos showing you recipes, like cooking videos. And I love listening to her stories. So that's a channel I've really been liking. Another one is called Patrick's Attic. These are not. Some of these are ASMR channels, and some of these are just channels I like Granny Pat. She's not ASMR, but I find her videos relaxing. Patrick's Attic, I think, is just a second. Sorry. So another channel that I like is called Patrick's Attic. He doesn't do like whispering or soft spoken, but he just likes antiques and books and interesting objects. And he shows you his collections and talks about them on his channel. And I find it very interesting. And another just talking and soft-spoken. But she lives on a farm, I think. She lives in the country, and she has a lot of videos about like antiques or like homesteading things, like carding wool, raising chickens. She just kind of has interesting stories too. So those have been channels on YouTube I've been enjoying. If you want to check them out, I think they're cool. I've been growing some veggies in my garden. I decided to experiment with growing from seed this spring, which I haven't really done before too much. And so I got radishes, lettuce, spinach, although the spinach seeds, none of them ever grew, and carrots. And we moved here into this house last year, and we never did a garden because we just were busy with other stuff. So I didn't really know like the light patterns in the yard and what grows best where. And so I started my seeds, and it took me a while to realize that the spot that they were in was too shady. So they took a really long time to grow, and we also kept having cold snaps. And that slowed them down too. But I had my first harvest of radishes the other week, and that was so cool. I'd never grown radishes before, and it was so cool pulling them out of the dirt. And they looked so perfect and red, bright red, and they were delicious. So I started another batch of radish seeds, and we're gonna see how they do. And my lettuce finally started taking off, and I went and I bought some seedling plants from the nursery because my lettuce was just taking forever. But now it's caught up to those seedlings. It's probably getting time to harvest it soon. It's looking really pretty out there, and the carrots are looking close as well, so that's been really fun. And then we got a bunch of pepper plants and tomato plants, and I got some chives to grow over the summer. I love growing tomatoes in the summertime. It's like my tradition. And I always grow basil too. So when it gets warmer, I'll set up my basil plants. But that's been fun. What else have I been doing? I've been sewing a lot. I took a sewing class, and years I'd never made anything I could wear before. And we made tote bags and zip pouches, and I learned some helpful things about how to use a machine and how to sew, like how to sew curves. And the biggest takeaway I had was that I don't have to be so exact. Maybe this is different if you're sewing clothing, but I was being such a perfectionist about cutting fabric and having perfect stitches and ironing perfectly. And when I took this class, her approach was basically the opposite of that. She was having us cut fabric, and it was all pretty uneven. She would give us pre-cut fabric that she hadn't ironed or that wasn't cut perfectly straight, and honestly, it was totally fine. Everything turned out. It didn't matter at all. And so that was actually helpful, and also because I learned mostly from watching YouTube videos or reading online, and everyone in the videos I've watched is so particular. I thought it was so essential to be perfect with everything that you're doing, and I learned from that class that really it's not. You can be a little messy and it's okay. And that was helpful for me, I think. It doesn't have to be so serious. And I really enjoyed that class, and since then I've been making baskets, like to store things in, and I kind of, not really, I guess it would be quilting. It's like strip quilting. I started, I'm almost done with it, a little pillow that I quilted the fabric of, some coasters. I've got stuff to make more zipper pouches, so that's been cool. And then I have those little looms that you can make woven pot holders on, so I've been doing that. And I started crocheting again. I haven't crocheted in a long, long time, but I went to an antique store and I saw this blanket that inspired me to crochet my own, and I'm just making a really simple open weave blanket, all one color. But it's relaxing to have, feel like I'm doing something while I'm like watching TV, to have my hands busy. And I've been working on that a little every week. Not sure what I want to do for this part. I guess I'll do stripes and see how that goes. I've been going to a lot of antique stores. I haven't really bought anything. I just kind of have liked looking. I don't know if you guys like antique stores, but I like them a lot. And I've been planning my wedding. We did the menu tasting with the caterer a couple of weeks ago. That was fun. It was a little bit weird, so the tasting was at a wedding venue. I think they must have like their main kitchen there. And it was this big old manor house. And we were the only people there. Besides the two like salespeople from the caterer. And there was no music or anything, so we went into this big house and they sat us at a table on this little like sun porch off to the side. And then they left us to go like get food from the chef. And so we were just sitting by ourselves in this massive house, and it was just silent, and it was a little weird. Like, it definitely wasn't like going to a restaurant or anything. But, and they brought us like 2 dishes at a time, so they would come and drop off the dish, and then they would leave again. And all of the food was really good. Honestly, there was only one dish so we set a menu with them before we went, and then we were trying things that we had put on our menu. And the only thing that was not good was these green beans. They were like really soggy and overdone and just not that good. Nobody wants to eat a soggy green bean, I don't think. So we just took that off the menu. We didn't really need another side, we decided. And everything else was amazing, so I'm hoping that on the day of, it'll be just as amazing. One of our friends told us that the food from the tasting was way better than the food on the day of the wedding. But it was really good. We're having chicken and risotto and mac and cheese and roasted veggies and a really yummy salad and rolls. And I'm looking forward to eating that chicken again because it was incredible. And I'm not a big chicken person. I don't really like chicken that much usually, but this was really good. And I found a wedding dress. That was a journey. But I didn't really like the experience of going to the bridal salon. I just felt like I couldn't really hear myself think in that environment. So I decided I found a website where you pick a couple and you can do a home try on. And I found one that I really liked through doing that. So that's the one that I'm gonna get. So that was a big thing to cross off the list for wedding planning. And I picked out my bridal party. Now let's do pink again. So that wedding planning train is chugging along. almost to the end of this, coloring this mandala. Or maybe it's a big flower, because it says you belong among the wildflowers. I love that song. It's very relaxing to color mandalas, because it's pretty repetitive. I really appreciate those of you who watch my videos and leave nice comments. I hope I didn't lose too many of you by not posting for so long, but this is just one of my many hobbies. And it's not something that I do to try to grow necessarily. It's just, I just post what I like and when I feel like it. And I'm happy that, you know, it helps relax some people and help some people. I really appreciate all the good feedback that I get, and it's just something I enjoy doing. I've been watching ASMR videos for years, and they really do help. There's been times where I've had anxiety, like, I remember years ago, I needed to get onto a plane, and I was really nervous about it, and so I just sat at the gate and watched ASMR videos, and it really did help calm me down. And so, if my videos help anybody in a similar way, that's great. And if my videos just help people feel entertained, or they like the ambient somebody chatting to them while they go about their day, that's great too. That's why I watch a lot of videos too. So, thank you for watching my channel and leaving your nice comments. And I hope you guys are all doing well. And I'm gonna keep posting. As I feel like it, and as long as it keeps being fun. We are done coloring. I love how that turned out. Very cheery. So, thank you for watching. I hope this brought some calm to your day, and I'll see you in my next video.